time again. So I just finished playing this person on Galaxy. They were ranked quite a bit better than me. I was around 2,000. They're around 2,500. So let's go through it. There was a few interesting plays. I'll try to skip over the boring stuff. Here, 3-1, you think about hitting that 7. It's a blunder. It's just something you need to remember. Okay, stand. Just going to jump because it's not, I made lots of blunders. It's so first of all, I should have doubled here. So I knew a double was close because I have a better prime. They've got a few blots, so that tells me that gammons are around. 18% gammons. Because I've got some blitz potential, only 10 in the zone. But they got good stuff going on too. And I've got one more checker free, and I'm up in the race a little bit. So I think all that together adds to a double take, which I did not do. The move was also wrong. I should have just gone to the 5, but I brought 2 down, needlessly adding a indirect shot. But when they have split, indirect shots are more of a serious deal. So I should have just played 1 to the 5 there. But I'm surprised it's 91. I mean, I bet he would have got that at 2,500. But yeah, I'm always surprised at how, like, what'll hit here, like a 1, a 2-6 and a 3-6 and a 3-5. 3-5? No, 3-5 won't hit. Anyway, I did manage to double now, which is a double pass, but he took. It's a little bit easier to see, and I've got an obvious threat there. So at least I got that one. But let's see what happens. Here's another error. I should have just, be brave, get this 4. That'll still give me a 5 prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the little guy in the end. It's worth the risk just to not let them. Getting a 2-3 here would just destroy our prime. I eventually do hit it with the 4-2. And then this guy, this was wrong. This was not right. Holy moly. So double 4s, I'm like, yeah, let's take that 2. Shouldn't be a problem, right? But no, it's better to slot the 2 to try to pick up more blots, because look at them. They've got a blot on the 24 and something on the 17. If we get hit, maybe we can dance a bunch and they can crunch their position. So in prime versus primes, it's all about who crunches. I thought I just have freedom, so I don't care. That's wild that this is not correct. Tricky one. Let's keep going. Right now, I've got the full prime. This is not going to be a very interesting one. So I'm just coming in here. Sometimes there's tricky plays where you want to volunteer a shot. I didn't want to volunteer this shot. I had to do that. Let's see if I survive this again with the shot. Okay, was this right? No, I did this wrong. So I went 2 and then 6 off of the 5. But it would have been better to go 6 off and then 4 to 2. So I guess that's more robust. I was worried about having 3 checkers on the 5 because you get a 6-5. I guess there's only 6-5 that'll screw you. It'll leave a shot. I think the better players check all the numbers to see what leaves a shot, but I'm too lazy for that at the moment. Maybe I can get motivated. Here we go. 4 off. Okay, this is all boring stuff. Eventually, I win the single game. Look at this. He gets a double 6 from here. Kills my gammon. He's like 2,500. I'm like, okay, I'm going to beat this guy who's better than me. But I only get the single game there. So I'm up 2-0. 2 here. Let's see. I ran. He got a double 2, and then I make the bar point. He's coming down and splitting. I'm not sneaking up to the 23 because that is 6 pips away from the 17. It's actually harder to get out from there, so stay back and you get more contact. Getting off of this is essential, so I just move him up to the 7. Making my 4 point. 4-2. Okay, so this one was tricky. Wow, I got this one right because if you want to play pure, you don't want to do this 6-4. Looks ugly. You really want to make this 5 point. Doing this actually hurts your chances of making the 5 point. And we are down in the race. So that would suggest playing at 23 and then 13-9 would be the coolest, most pure play. But we just can't afford to leave that many blots. Because if we leave this guy here, look, I see they have a 4-point board. We have a 2-point board. I'm really worried about getting gammoned here. So that's why I put this guy here, even though this is the spot where they want to hit us more than the 23. They'd rather make the 21. But it's just not having, I don't want to put another spare checker somewhere. So I thought he would double me, but he did not. Look, this is only 43. We have 43%. And then what's going on is I hit and move. He hits me back in a series. Okay, so 2-1, and then I hit him. So this is interesting. So here he hits me, shifts from the 3 to the 2, because once you've already made the 1, you're not really going to prime. You might as well just put me on the bar. Double threes, this was cool. So I came in there, and then I was like, what's the situation going to do? What do you do with double threes here? So I thought about this. Jumping from the 8 to the 5 is good, but then also hitting the 3. We could have gone 1 in there, 2, 3. No, we couldn't have hit and not left a shot. So I found the right play in this one, hitting loose there, not because we have the better board. It's just out of desperation. We desperately needed to not give them a full roll. Because if I just leave my blot there, there's a good chance that we're going to get squished. Because with the 4-point board, if they could hit loose on us, they totally would, and then we would be in danger of getting closed out. We get smashed anyway, and then we smash them back. Now all of a sudden, we're looking good. We've got a 4-point prime here. We got them boarded. Look at all these blots, and I'm like, I just want to double, but of course that was way too good. 50% gammons. I just got excited. I didn't wait long enough to think about this. Now I look at it, I'm like, okay, we're so obviously going to put another one on the bar here. There's basically no roll that doesn't hit another checker, at least, maybe 2. So definitely should have taken a shake there. He doesn't have a lot of winning chances anyway because he's got these 2 points, so that was stupid. Oh well. Now it's 3-0. Okay, double 2. That's a good one. Hit and make that. Whenever you get a double 2, you're almost always making this 4. Just don't get cute. Make the 4. We get hit. We dance. He's doing this stuff. Okay, so here he doubles, which was correct. Oh, no. It's a no double. And I took. Basically, my thoughts are, why did I take this? He's only got 8 in the zone. So he's not going to clear me out before I get in. I don't think that's going to happen with 8 in the zone. So that means we're going to be able to enter. We haven't got much going on, but the race is even. He's got 3 back. So when he's got 3 back, he's still got work to do, right? So it's not like the game's almost over. So let's take it. And then I blunder. What happens here? I should just jump out instead of volunteering this shot here. I guess that's bad because just giving another shot to them, and they have the better board. And why do we want to stay in the 24? We're not going to get blitzed. I just said that they have 8 guys. Why did I change my mind? 5-4. Here we go. 3-1. We could have gone 6-3 and split, which would have been basically the same. This is, again, we don't want to go 6-3 because we want to make the 5 when he leaves. But I went for it. 4-1. This is ugly. Anytime you got 3 on your back post. Oh, God. What happened here? Double 4s. Now look at us. So now we're looking at making a back game, which is when we have, ideally you want 2 anchors back here. Because, like, we've got these guys here. It's like and they've already doubled. So this is going to be a long game. Our game plan now is to build our board and hit him when he's coming around. We're not ready to hit him yet. I mean, we take what we can get, but right now we don't want to. So what do we have here? A 6-2. Come in on the 6. I mean, come in on the 2, and then I move this with the 6 instead of just going 13-7. 13-7. It's just going to be so easy for him to hit us. I'd rather he hits here or misses there. This just gives us a chance at making that 18. Almost always, if you have 3 checkers on your 24, one of your moves will be to move one of those checkers. It's just so bad to have so many there. So that's why even when we jumped into the 18 and they had 2 checkers at it, a double shot on the 18, it was better. Okay, 3-1. Let's see if we have some hope here. See, he's smartly denying our second anchor. If we get that 2 point, it's trouble. So even though he's almost got the game won here, the race one, he's going to be aggressive and not let us get that second anchor. What did I do wrong here? Okay, 3-1. I should have just moved him there. It's a little bit more efficient. All right, 5-4. Let's see, can we turn this one around? Let's see, or can we save the gammon? All right, here I'm just making my board, and then at this point I should have just kept running. We're just thinking about saving gammon, but now, let's see, do we have any chance of winning? We have a 15% chance of winning. Okay, and we have a 50% chance of being gammoned. So definitely we can alter our odds of being gammoned by how we play. So 12-8, we can't escape. We don't have a choice. Double 4s. All right, we do this guy. Doesn't really matter. Then we run. So here we just got to run. We just got to try to get off the backgammon. And luckily, he rolls a 2-1. We come in with just enough pips to get out, save the backgammon. We're down 4-3. Okay, next game. Let's see if I turn this around. So he hits me there. Coming in, we exchange 6 5s. This is all pretty standard stuff. 6-2. I came down instead of going 20-14, which would have been a blunder. Other thing is 8-2, which is ugly. So you got to do that. Here's a blunder. 5-1. Oh, I keep making this problem. I keep making this mistake. Look at this. 249, massive blunder. Why is this a blunder? I'm making the 18. The 18 is a good point to make. But look at this. How far we are back in the race. We're down 19. So what we need to be thinking is this is our contact zone. By jumping up here, we remove all this from the contact zone. So red can have a nice, easy time to jump over us and not have any. It's just like worse contact, meaning that our chances of getting a shot is less. Getting and hitting that shot. So I keep screwing this up. Even though this is 6 away from the 18, it's just so easy to hop over. I should have just leave him there and move 18-13. Next time I'll get it. Probably not, but maybe the time after that. Okay. Standard. Let's see. So look, he jumped down over here. Look, it's not going to be hard for him to get over these. It's two anchors, but they're high, and he's got so much flexibility with being able to bury checkers wherever he wants. This is a problem. I should have taken off from that anchor. Then I get a double 6, and I'm forced off of this. So then I look, what is the race going to be after the double 6? Should I be trying to stay back, or should I be going? And afterwards, I'm up by 10 pips, so that tells me I got to go, which means I don't want contact. So I'm here, and now all of a sudden I'm like, am I good enough to double? I didn't double right away, which was correct, but this is like I'm on the edge here, right? So here I just trying to get double. Okay, he gets a double 6, so that killed me. And I get a double 6. Can you believe that? Double 6 back to back. He gets in there, and then I double, which is a no double. Interesting. So I figured, I guess this is still too long of a race. I look at this is what I do in this situation. And keep in mind, I just blundered with this strategy. I'm like, we are pretty much the same, only he's got an extra 1. He's got, instead of this being here, he's got it on the 5. And instead of this being on the 3, he's got it, instead of that being on the 2, he's got it on the 3. But I'm on roll. So if this was a short race and I'm on roll, then I would have been good to go. But this is just not enough of an advantage to double. In fact, it was almost a double blunder. So I needed to take some more. I mean, I ended up winning it, but it was just not. I win it because I get a double 5. It helped me out. But that wasn't the time to double. And even though I was down, it was not good enough to double. Okay, let's go to the next game, game 5, against this 2,500 dude or lady. I don't know. This one, I keep making this mistake too, where I'm like, okay, let's just sneak up to the 7, get the extra block from the 1, but it's better not to leave a shot at all, even if that means stacking up on the 6. Somebody help me remember that. I don't know. There's so many conflicting strategies here. You really want to get a prime. I guess you're supposed to, but it's a tight race, but I'm behind in the race. I don't want to have 3 back there, but I don't know. I'm probably going to continue making that mistake until you guys fix me. Build my 4-point prime there. Here I come to the edge. I wasn't sure if I should split. This would have been better because they want to hit us on the 21, but I thought extra daylight might be worth it. They double me and I take it, which was correct. Look, it's a double take because I'm at 5. That's interesting that this is a double take. It's definitely a take. I was like, okay, I've got serious stuff going on here. My prime is as good as theirs. They've got some blitz potential, and I have 0, and the race is close. So I've definitely got enough to take. I didn't know about the double. 4-2. Here I did the ugly thing of burying this, but I should have just went for it and put a guy here. It's so good to make. If we make that 9 and we don't get hit, it's awesome. And we'll have return shots, I guess. And also it just kills we want to play pure when we're getting primed, and going to the 2 does not do it. But I was like, I don't want to get a third guy back, but I guess I will learn. 3-2. This was a tempo hit. I should have hit him here and moved up, even though he's got the better board, just because we have a chance to. We don't care about that 2. We don't want to make the 2-point, so we don't care if we get hit back because we're already back in the race. We want more chances to build these anchors, and we want to pick up these 2 blots. So that would have been a way better move. Not way better, but it would have been a better move. Okay, so here we go. Instead of leaving 2 blots in our home board, we're just escaping. Here's a blunder and a 123 blunder. So double 4s. I'm making my 5 prime and bringing the extra guy down, but we should have been blitzing, making a 4-point board and putting him on the roof, even though we don't have freedom. Wow, that's tricky. I thought this would be we want a primum situation, but I guess it's because we are going to get blitzed ourselves. We can get closed out here. So this should have been a defensive hit. I think that's what's going on. Have I got this totally wrong? You let me know. That's weird. This is even pretty good. Leaving the 4 and covering the 2. Wow. I guess the hope is to pick up this extra 1, and then they can be on the roof, and then I can get a 1 and then a 6. You'll have enough time if you close them out, of course, because I'm not going to crunch just that. I had timing. So what goes on here? Okay, so this is interesting. This is prime versus prime. So prime versus prime situations. He's wanting, it's whoever crunches first loses most of the time. So most of the time your main consideration is, I just don't want to get crunched. I can't spend time on it. So double 6 is an instant crunch. So that was bad. At least I spread it out so I have a 5-point board still. But let's see, he does some good stuff here. So he gets double 5, hits me here. So you might be like, okay, why does he volunteer that shot at all? Because he knows I can't get out because of he's got a 6 prime. So the reason he's doing that is because he wants to get more than one white checker back. Since he's got a 6 prime, he's got no worries at all. He's not going to lose. So he's just trying to get up his gammon race. So look, I'm only going to win 3.5%. So that's like pretty much never going to happen. But he wants to get that second white checker. So I'm going to be on the bar. He's going to leave his blot there because he wants actually me to come in, him to send his guy back so he gets more timing. And then he wants to do it again. He wants to somehow, if I roll like a certain way and then I have to leave a blot, that's when you want to recirculate by getting hit on purpose. It doesn't actually work this time because he eventually, with this 5-2, he has to choose either having a blot followed by a 5 prime, which is no longer a guaranteed win because a 1-6 and then I'm out, and then you'd look very foolish. But here he's closing me out and there's nothing really I can do. And I resign here because why waste anybody's time? Crawford game. Okay, Crawford. This was double 4s. I thought this was awesome double 4s, but I should have just done this. Make the 20 point and the 4. Instead, I went for the 5 and not covering the 20. Both were good, but making 2 very strong points was better. I guess it's because I had this extra on the 8. Let's see if I can win this one. Right. This is pretty... I'll just try to stop when I detect a decision. Okay, 5-2. This was correct. Going to the 1 point, even though it's ugly. Those are the ones that are the hardest, where the right play is ugly. And when I say ugly, I mean like impure. Like you never want to make a 1 point. Not never, but you know, the coming up here, you don't want to leave this 13. We still don't want to abandon that guy. Coming down from the 13 would have been a blunder. That's destroying some property. Think about it's real estate. And then we're just running, which was also an error. We should have just made that 1 point so it doesn't get picked up another time. See, second place was the same thing, almost. Then we get lucky. We run safely, and then we get double 4s. So now this is just a straight race. Shouldn't be a problem. Should not be a problem. Eventually, okay, so then we got a 5-1. So it's like, do we want to leave the 8 and give him a shot? You look at this board, no way. So I'm going to make my janky play and leave my 6 point, and everything else would have been a huge blunder. So, you know, the ugly play is not so bad all the time. Then eventually we get our a number. We got lucky here, 6-4. There was a lot of numbers that would have left a blot, but we didn't. And 4-3. So this would have been slightly better to just take both from there and leaving the even on the top one. 4-1, we could have taken from the 5, but no, we want to take 2 off here. Just because it's not that much contact when we've got all these extras. There's not a lot of numbers that could we leave a shot. So if you want to count every single shot, like if you're in a tournament for a lot of money, you should just figure out how many shots you'll leave with one play and how many you'll leave with the other play compared to how many gammons you think you'll get or just wins. Okay, the final game. And of course, I'm coming up with a 16 at clutch time. That's not good. Okay, so I'm running. Okay, so he's got, when he has a prime here, like what is the option here? We don't want to go down and give him a direct shot to our 6, and then we way down in the race. We want to jump over their prime. He gets hit anyway. Coming in with double 4s. This was about as good as that. It's more chance to escape. So it's, what do we play differently? And this is double match point. So it's winner take all. Don't care about gammon. So racing is a little bit better than blitzing. I mean, still blitzing is a great way to win the game, but the plays, sometimes blitzes are great because you'll get more gammons blitzing, so the racing plays are slightly better. 5-3, not a winner. Okay, so here I made this one. I should have just run to the 13. Why? Because he's got 3 blots in his home board. This is the perfect opportunity. It's going to get a lot worse because he's going to turn these into these. And that's not like, and we don't have any other spares for our roll after doing this. After doing this, everything else is just 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So we're going to have to open up next roll anyway. Let's do it earlier when they have blots and they're not going to want to hit us. Fool. 6-5. Now here, same thing. He's got 2. I should have just took off, right? Just gamble. We're gonna have to risk it sometime. And when they've got 2 blots, that's definitely the time to do it. So these are massive blunders. That was 88. Well, not I mean, I've blundered worse than this, but these are not smart plays. Okay, so then wow. Okay, this one. You might be like, what the heck's going on here? Why am I getting rid of this blocking point? And the reason is because it's double match point. We don't care about getting gammoned. We don't care. So my play, we win 41% gammon 7. They get 14% gammons. And this one, our opponent gets 15%. So they're going to gammon us more. But we win like 1% more. So that's what it's about. We just need to win. It's the play that gets us the most wins. And often it's the same play that gets you the most. You get gammoned the most. What did I do here? Okay, I should have just spread out and gone for it. This 13 makes the 7 hard to clear. And I instead jumped down, not wanting to get hit. Because I guess you look at this, and the 21 blot is still in no threat. Unless they get like a double 1 or a double 2, they're not going to hit us. I mean, I guess they'll hit us with a 6, 6-3, or, like any 9. And this leaves a 4 or a 9 from them. So I guess 9's duplicated. But this is a huge error. I should have, yeah, this was a bad blunder. Still not obvious to me on the second look, but maybe you guys can help me out with that. Coming in again, this one, I'm supposed to save my 6. So this is when you don't want to come in, because once I come in with both of them, like I did, then any 6 or 5 I have to play from the 21. And that's going to leave me vulnerable to him hitting me and then closing out. It's not that I care about being gammon. It's just that I'm not going to have, I don't want to be on the bar. I want to be able to hit him when he leaves a shot. So here, it would have been better to leave my guy outside, pack him in there. I still have a 4-point board. So this is a close race, like if I hit him, I'm going to become the favorite to win. And that's basically how it is. There, I'm forced to come out with a 6-1. See what I'm talking about? If I wasn't forced, then I would play my 7-1 and do something here and stay back here. And then this is still a problem for him to clear, because right now he can only clear it with any combination of 6, 4, and 3 or doubles. So there's a lot of bad times there. Here I could have hit. Could have been the ball game, but then he cleans up, double 5s. I can't move. And then I come in. And then when it's like this, it's 99.8%. Here is where you resign. You resign. I don't know if you guys are watching Queen's Gambit, but don't waste everybody's time. You're not going to catch up. Just resign when you can mathematically figure that out. Anyway, congratulations to the victor, who is not me. And maybe we'll see you guys next time. See ya.